Hey gang, guess what today is? It's the full moon. This month we are jam-packed if you're all into the moon and the energy and all these wonderful things that we have around us. These energies are the exact tools that we use to enhance our life, manifest things in our life, and really gives us the reason why we're here in this life. And that's what August brings, because we have so much things that we have to really have clarity in it. And clarity means in all different kind of relationship and how you were treated in the last 3 years. It prepares us to where we are today because we have literally back to back to back energy that we can use, because the outer world is talking about some things are going to start to fall from the universe, right? Whether they are ETs, alien, I mean, the list can go on. Because did you know that they are all different kinds of humans living here on Earth? And sometimes we call them, special needs or handicap or XYZ. But a lot of these people that we come across in this world, just because we don't look like them, meaning that we have to look a certain way, is because how we were brought into this world, right? We look at how the media, how the world take a look at us. They say, okay, this is like a typical state worker, a typical person that works at a bar, a typical person that looks like a doctor or XYZ. But now we start to look at this typical look, with, like I mentioned many, many times throughout since last year, about how gender and all these things are going to start to play a huge role, And so a lot of this has to do with the different kinds of being, like human being, whether they are in this structure or another structure. Okay. And so a lot of this is going to start to very much evolve around us. Is it going to do something that's going to distract us? Perhaps, some people who has not, really believe in it is going to start to say, oh my God, it is true. And some people who have, encounter or feel in their heart. And these are especially people in between, I don't know the year, but then is between their age is between 30 to 20 or so. These kids have been suppressed, with so much medication. When a lot of it, as we say it, they were born into as indigo child or highly sensitive person. And so all of these things happened during the evolution or revolution way back in the 70s. Because when you think about it, the 70s was really the time and the era of TV dinner, TV, everything to do with that structure. This is the white picket fence that we're supposed to be looking at, or this is the Brady Bunch, and this is how, it was things that we look upon, whether it was a Jetson, and look what the Jetson was saying as we see it through the Simpson, right? The new generation looks through Simpson. Back then we were looking at Jetson. And so all of these things are really now coming up to surface because there's so much smartness, awakeness. I can say people got awakened. People got awakened that there's more to what we see on TV or on the media or on print or on, now we have social media, that we need to take everything with a grain of salt or sand. It's because we forgot one thing. We forgot how to look back into the encyclopedia, right? Back in the days, my mom still have her collection, perfectly beautiful. No, nobody really touched it, but we have a place in my mom's house where it's like a library that's filled with encyclopedia. And so, that was a thing where my dad said he spent so much money on this and we have to read it, this and that. And, that's how we learned when we were young, because it never changed or could change the sources of what the encyclopedia was like. That's the word, But now the word is through Google. Let me Google. But that comes to an era where now people is like, okay, should I Google or should I not Google? Because am I getting the truth or am I not getting the truth? And so we are really at a phase where we need to really start to make choices because it was always there. And by picking up choices in our life, we have control of what our ikigai, our destiny, or what we want to manifest. So August is that month that we were preparing ourselves to get here. I mean, I don't know what happened in July. I went through so much unknown. And, I stayed focused and kept on using my Miracle Micro Bubble because it works. And, my eye got sprayed outside looking at, why is my garden turning all yellow? Why is the neighbor one's all yellow? So I sprayed it and then my eyes came like burning. I had to go to urgent care and, they ended up giving me some medication. I looked at it. I was like, I've seen this name before. Googled it. Even dogs use it. So instead of falling back into something that I did it, I done it, and why am I doing it again? Why am I not questioning it? Why don't I just use my gut instinct? And that's why this new turn of event, because it's 8-8, it's a circle of 8, is a yin and yang of energy. Today is the full moon, the supermoon. And when we say the supermoon, what is it? The supermoon means that is closer to Earth. And so a lot of it, what we wish for will manifest, will come like this. And so really be careful. There was this one saying, and I was looking at it, and I, and said, why did you wish for water? We have a drought. We don't have water. Things are, this and that. And the wise man said to the younger generation, he said, because we can't just say how much water we need. And so we can't say that, because if we put that out there to the universe, how is it going to know what we mean by that? And so that makes a lot of sense, because I was very, very fortunate and lucky while he was still alive to understand what Dr. Masaru Emoto talked about. The power of water. Until this day, I practice that mindset, because we are an entity of water, every single thing around us. And so what happened was the young boy, he, watching the sheep, the herd, his whole entire herd of animals dying. So he wished for rain. The next day, it rained. It rained. The monsoon, it came into where it was a flood. And it ended up worse than what it is. He lost more than what he wished for because he didn't expect. All he wanted was, listen to me. I need water. I need rain. It's just like us. When we pray, when we get blessed, or when we're on a good streak, or when we go to Vegas, for example, I win $100, put another 100, 1,000, boom, 1,000 becomes 10,000. Then all of a sudden we buying drinks and we doing this, we eating good food, going to the show, buying all these things, and then we come home with more loss than what we came before. And so this is what we have to have, that fine-tuned balance in August. That if we wish and manifest for, visualize how you want to wish for how much water to come into us, to heal us, to create life. And that's what I do with my miracle micro bubble. I teach this method, which I call monopause, which help you understand about healing with water through our miracle micro bubble machine. We have the machine. When you're ready, you can go to our webinars. If you're really ready, you can start taking mini courses, or even start the individual course as well as the business course. And so these are the kind of things that I created in my Coco Joy series. Because if you don't have a system, like an irrigation system, you're just waiting for the dam to break. And so that's why we have to go through this up and down. Just like when we try out to go surf for the first time, or try out to swim, we're either going to sink, swim, or surf out there in the ocean. And there could be sharks, there could be stingrays, there could be beautiful tropical fishes, there could be another world, another life that we can't control. And so all of these things are emotional things that we need to check, because we need to see what really gives us that half a circle of 8, the creation of life. Okay, that's why everybody say 8. The Asian culture loves 8. Some people love the 7. Some people love the 7. Some people love the 8. Some people love different kind of numbers. But July was literally a wake-up call where my eyes got beet red. I had to reheal it using what I feel in my gut. Boom, 2 weeks later, I'm climbing up on a stairwell. I hear something buzzing, and I'm like, this fly. And I'm thinking, and it keeps on getting stronger and stronger, the vibration. And I went, wait, boom. And that's when it stung me. A bee stung me in a stairwell. And I was like, I had all these other people on top. And I'm like, oh my God, I got stung by a bee. They're like, what? And I'm like, yeah. So I finally got to the landing. And, to make a long story short, I knew exactly what to do because it happened to me literally 8 years ago out in Manhattan Beach. So at that time, I was like, yeah, whatever, And the next thing you know, my cheek was like this. And so I knew exactly what kind of reaction because I do have reaction to things that doesn't jive or a wake-up call. You know, I mean, people may laugh about this story about me being allergic to my ex-husband. It's the truth. And me and my mom was just talking about it, you know, when we went out. And that's another thing. July was all about recognizing your DNA, habits, good or bad. These are the genos and phenos of July, of what happened, you know? And so luckily, I drove myself. It was like, I look at the map, okay, 12 minutes, I can get there faster. Forget about taking Benadryl, whatever. I need to be focused. Went there, and yeah, I mean, like this part of my, you know, head that got stung, like here. I mean, you could see it, and you can go to my YouTube because I'm going to post it, because even though I was like on the table and all of a sudden they put an IV and it still hurts, I gotta put an ice over there. I realized it was an expired needle. April, like 11th or 11, April 22, 2023. It was like, seriously, you're stuffing a 4-month-old needle, the IV thing in me. And so even my aunt, who is 80 something years old, she's so sharp. She saw that too, which I posted on my Facebook because I didn't want to get a red flag for that. But it's the truth, you know, and just like a lot of our food supply, which I mentioned, check it, because there's a lot of old things. I was going to eat my figs. I looked at it, expired October of 2022. Rice bags, you see little, I'm like, do I see bugs coming out of my bag, my rice? Sure enough, the one that I bought like 2-3 weeks ago, that one is just totally trashed. I mean, it's as bugs, and it's like, okay, give it to the birds. But anyways, you know, these are the kind of things that we have to be much more keen to our surrounding, you know, and that was like an awakening thing. We need to start to listen to your gut feeling. Don't be listening to all these noises. I mean, like right now, people don't know what to do because of what was done in 2020. Think about it. Life, you're giving yourself to other people so they can have control, and you don't have this mindset going that is God given to you. It's yours. It's your life. So make sure August, use this energy, these like super moon energy, which is tonight, time to take out your crystals, time to re-energize, time to get rid of things that no longer serves you. You know, during this 3 years, we had a lot of haters. We had a lot of Nancys. We had a lot of Normans. We had a lot of people who did things that was really unnecessary. You know, whether it was name calling, whether it was fights, whether it was whatever. And there were some of us who said, step back, let's just follow this energy that's really happening, that we can take control to create our happiness, our life, our ways. And so July was all about recognizing your genos and phenos, your DNA, things that is going to be awakened. You know, I sure got literally kicked. I mean, I don't know if you can see it. I wake up with bruises and things like this, bruise on my back, my side. It's like, you know, I have a deep sleep. And I was just, again, talking to my mom, and I said, remember when I was young? She's like, yeah. You know, I would sleepwalk while I'd be talking to, you know, especially when I was young. God, we moved to the house when I was like 3 years old till, you know, to this day, I just, you know, felt that energy, and let myself awaken with these new information. People always ask, how do you know? It's not like, how do I know? It's not like I call up somebody and say, hey, you know what? I like, no. No. You really have to go with here, have confidence, have that power, that ikigai, that strength. When you see some of these, gurus or monks or these, people that goes to the Himalaya or people who goes to, I don't know where, to just study, to get away. And a lot of people goes to Hawaii to receive this mana, which means undivine spirit, because we're really living and walking with the true elements of life that's around us. It has been, and there's going to be a lot of friction, especially with this rail going on, and watch out, because the yin and yang, and when that happens, that's when too much money on this black rock of life that we call Earth starts to rumble. Because, when you think about it, even I had to go through my website. I mean, my website shut down and it was like one after another after another. I had to get myself educated. I couldn't count on my IT person anymore because why? I counted and I believed in everything what she said, because when I have that trust with somebody and that belief system, I go with it. But once my inner gut feeling said, wait a minute, wake up, time to study. And I did. During COVID, I really studied about technology, IT, the basic, because that's the world we are moving into, And a lot of these elderly people give up. I said, don't give up. You just need to now pick up the phone or pick up the book or, pick up on these things that's around us. So dates to look out for today. Boom. What is today? Today is the full moon, which is August the 1st. Okay. And that's good for 3 days. Like I said, take out your crystals, re-energize it, start working on your list of what no longer serves us, throw it away. Perfect day today for me because it's rubbish day. I have a lot of things that I need to do. Don't procrastinate in the next 3 days because it's so powerful, this energy. Use it while you have the tools. And so write down new intention. What is your focus? What do you see? Because this, we're hitting back to back to back with another full moon at the end of August. So we have on August 30th, another full moon. So in between, guess what? On August the 8th, we have the Lionsgate portal that takes you to another talk story with Coco Jor. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get that bing alert when I start talking. I go, because this energy of information starts to work with me, And so that's how we bring in manifestation. How lucky can a person get? Right? It's all due to this temple, this mindset, this soul of surge of energy from your soul. It's really working through that. And so, back to back. So we got, right? Today's the 1st. The next day is the Lionsgate, the 8-8 portal. Then on the 16th, which is a Wednesday, and guess what? It's the start of the Super Zoo. how convenient my schedule is, right? How the universe lines up things is incredible. I mean, like I was supposed to leave today. I got a call from Hawaiian Airlines saying that they overbooked. Can I change the date? And then just so happened because of my car that got delayed with the paperwork. So my car is actually, I'm sending it out. It's going to reach there at, at the port in Long Beach on August the 8th. So guess what? Thank you. On cue. August the 8th is when the transportation of the portal just so happened, the Lionsgate. I just told that lady, I was like, they had August 8th available around the time of my schedule. So August the 8th, I can't wait. It's like another dimension of going in there. The new moon starts on my super zoo day. You see how the universe aligned things the way it is if you let it go. Let the universe, or you may call it God or Hare Krishna or Buddha or whatever, let that you, which you are, create this narrative of your journey. And so what happens is on the 23rd, I'll write this down, we have another. You can't always have this, but the Mercury retrograde is going to be in house on August 23rd. You see how things are just back to back to back, the yin and a yang. And that's what August brings us. Okay. So the Mercury retrograde is going to be here till September 14th, which is, by the way, a full moon next month. So, I mean, not full moon, a new moon next month. You see how things there's tools that we have out there. So that's on the 23rd is, like I said, the Mercury retrograde. Don't get bent over, oh no, there's going to be this. No, you already know how it works. Use it to your advantage. Use it to your advantage. I'm using it for my advantage because that's when signing contracts, committing yourself, financing, technology things, all these things are not going to be working so good. So you take that time to concentrate, to meditate, and feel within if it's worth it or not worth it, your project, life journey, And so on the 30th, back to back to back, is another full moon. So August is such an interesting month because whatever, like for me, whatever I needed to be awake enough, whether it's that spray of chemicals in my eyes or whether it's the bee that stung my ear and whether me being awakened to all these old crap that's out there, whether it's in the medical, like what happened, whether it's in the food that happened, and the system of really finance, because the world's going to go into major chaos of many different things and something that we can't control. But so that's why I'm saying stay focused on what we can have in control. And whatever happens to the outer world, take it with a grain of salt or sand and choose how to align this. My back today, I feel like I went in the bed. I woke up this morning like what happened to my back? My back is so sore. My God, I don't know what's going on in the nighttime, because it's just things that happens. And I'm like, I don't question it. I just let it go. I mean, that's all you can do is let it go, And yeah, July, I went through the battle of suppliers. I went through this battle of, IT things that people were just crashing. And it's just things is moving and shaking. Like it or not, this is the new now. This is a new revolution of changes. So whether you're going to have some visitor from the UFO, the ET, or whatever they want to say, I don't know, let them be. What needs to be done is for you So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and let Mother Nature take this way and believe in the process. Look what happened. Oh my God. I want it hot, hot. Whenever I have noodles, I have to have it hot, hot, and I end up burning myself. So sorry. So I don't need to get all the way. And don't forget to, change your sheet, especially this month. You want to have a clean sheet to sleep on. So lots of housekeeping things to do today, meaning that get rid of things that no longer serves you. Get rid of things that, okay, if you want, you've been kind of like hesitant, like what I was feeling with some people, I just cut, whether they're good, they worked for me a long time, but you know what, they took advantage of the situation, of my kindness, because I really help people because I really felt it was from here. But when I start to understand what they were doing to me, it was a bitter pill to swallow. I gave it another chance. And I had made my decision by July 31st. If they don't answer, don't chase. If they act that way, just go with what you feel. Never chase something that you don't feel is right. Go with your gut instinct, and you'll be in a happier, more peaceful, blissful decision. So you take care. I gotta go and start hanging my laundry because I put in a load of, bed sheets, clean the house, get ready for this new heavy, good energy of August. So stay tuned, my friend. We're going to go more into the Lionsgate portal on August the 8th because it's time to take off. Aloha, and thanks again for liking this. Put down your comments, and most of all, love and light. You take care, and most of all, believe in yourself. Aloha.